Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the second session of the poem "An Old Woman" by Arun Kolatkar. As we studied or knew about the plight of the woman picturized by our poet Arun Kolatkar here, so that it's a deep concern, emotion towards this only lady in the life. And we have discussed about the author in the previous class and discussed about the pre-reading activity, which is helped us in understanding a few things and made us easy to understand the poem written by Kolatkar here. Yes. So now, if anybody reads after listening to this, if you listen to this, you will come to know the intention or the theme of Kolatkar here. So now, because we have worked very much on the introductory part of the poem here, so it becomes easy for us to understand the content of the poet's poem, An Old Woman. So as you know, she is the only woman in that place where the author has seen her, studied her, observed her, interacted with her, and came out with this work. He has interviewed her, he had studied her, he had spent time with her. Then only he can say anything or something about that person, isn't it? Because see, if you want to collect some information and write about the place or a person, first you have to collect the information. How? You have to go in search of the information. You have to visit the place, the people whom you wanted to write on what you wanted to write. You have to prepare a timetable for collecting this work. You have to work hard, and you should have a planned study, observation, preparation to collect the information. So Kolatkar, so as he has written about the woman in this poem, has met this woman, studied and knew well about the plight of the old woman that he is writing on in this poem, isn't it? Or who knows, she might be a person where he is very much intimated with, but we don't have that information, that kind of information over here. But one thing is, one should know well about the person to write as. So he knows that and he had that information, that's why he has created here. I think it's based on the real incident here, where an old woman working as a guide here. The profession of the old woman here is what? Guide. Who? The profession. And she is all alone. In her life, nobody to care and take care and feed this old woman. And imagine the life of this woman now, after knowing she is all alone and aged, became old. This is the situation or the plight of the woman where Arun Kolatkar has written a poem on. So let us start reading the poem here. We have observed, studied the picture given in our textbook here. Yes, an old woman. I think we have read some stanzas also here, but now we will read each stanza and explain the things, and it is in triplet form of poem. See, every stanza contains 3 lines in it. So you call it as a triplet. Okay? For 2 lines, couplet. 3 lines, triplet. 4 lines, quatrain. Isn't it? Remember the form here. If a poem has 2 lines in it, so you call it as a couplet. Isn't it? If it has 3 lines, 3-lined stanza, it is a triplet. We call it as a triplet. And if it has 4 lines in it, it is a quatrain. Isn't it? It's enough. So, and still there are other forms also, but now we are going to study the poem An Old Woman, which has 3 lines, okay, triplet form of stanzas. So, students, an old woman grabs hold of your sleeve and tags along. Yes. Imagine. And 1 minute, I wanted to ask you something here, dear students. I don't know whether it is true or false, Since it is an English class dealing with the English subject, and that doesn't mean that I have to teach and train everything in English only, because there may be students from Kannada medium and rural areas. So that's why I requested, and even I told you students, that if you have any confusions, if you have anything, any difficult in understanding the explanations here about any line, any stanza, you can send me your message through my number. I think you are all familiar with my number, okay, WhatsApp number. So that is okay. Here or otherwise we will meet in that. But see, this is my is 79897 is my WhatsApp and mobile number. Mobile number. Okay, if you have serious problems in understanding any part of the text here, so it's better you clarify those things. So as I said, what I wanted to tell you was, if any student feels very difficult to understand the English explanation, I think you will get a chance of clarifying yourself in the physical or offline classes as such. Or otherwise, because I never know anything, I don't know anything of you people, and you never knew about me, so my mother tongue and the language that I really respect is Kannada itself, so I can explain in Kannada also, but it is not fair being an English lecturer use in Kannada, but you can expect some explanations, at least a theme or the main points or the main answers in Kannada also. So that would have been achieved during our physical classes as such. Because I don't know how many of you are able to or feel difficult in understanding this thing here. So, but if I do, ನಾನೇನಾದರೂ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದರೆ, ಸೊ ಅದು ನಾನು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಮೋಸ, ಒಂದು ದೋಖ ಜನಿ. So that is not my duty, but my duty is, and also my duty is to make you understand. To make you understand, I can use some percentage of our mother tongue or a regional language, Kannada, for explanations. So if that is the case, if you have anybody, because we are working and facing much competition in gaining the score here, or getting good marks here, or becoming Number 1, District 1, District 2, District 3, or State 1, State first, State second, like that. So for such things, okay, it is always welcome for those who have doubts or clarifications. I can explain, and we will have a short revision about all the prescribed tests in our physical or offline classes as well. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, so this is in the triplet form here, and now look at the lines in the poem here. An old woman grabs hold of your sleeve and tags along. Stanza completed. Very simple, short lines, a line of 3 words, 4 words maximum, or maybe in future 5 or 6 word sentences. So the form and the structure is quite simple, and even the theme is also a simple one. An old woman grabs hold of your sleeve and tags along. So that's what she is doing in the picture here. You can look up in the picture. She grabbed the sleeve of a man there and she was tagging along. Means tagging andre kunta kunta bokkondu baagi nadiyodunna tag anta. So we walk like this straight. So this is not tagging, isn't it? And if you walk like this, so it is tagging. Okay, so this is what tags along means moves along. To move like this is tagging along. It is a movement, a kind of movement. To where? To somewhere, and there is a purpose behind it. See? She wants a 50 paise coin. She says she will take you to the horseshoe shrine. Yes. Grabs sleeve, tags along. See, there are some of the difficult words here. She grabbed sleeves, tags along. And next one, in second stanza, 50 paise coin, and if you give 50 paise coin, she will show horseshoe shrine. Horse is horse, shoe, shrine means temple. So, where is she working as a guide here? Near this temple. The temple name was Horseshoe Shrine. There is a story behind this. We have a different background story why these people call Horseshoe Shrine. To get the name, there is some incident here. She wants to and why did she grab the sleeve and tags along? because she works there as a guide, and she is going to show him the horseshoe shrine, and for which her amount is 50 paise coin. She will take you to the temple and she will tell you, explain everything about the temple and the God in the temple and the story, how the horseshoe name has come to this, everything. So she will tell as how much she knows about the temple, and she is going to deliver. But only thing, the visitor has to give her 50 paise. Think of the amount of money that she expects for her duty here. She never begged those people who come there as visitors to this place. She can perform that begging also because she is aged too old to do work. But never. She was not that sort of a person who used to beg and beg the money without doing anything as such. So she takes them to show and explain few things about the temple, shares her feelings, and for which job or work of her. So she was asking 50 paise here. She helps them. She explains about the temple, and for which she is asking 50 paise. She is not begging here. She is not taking 50 paise freely with the people sitting by the side and asking for amma, appa, akka. No. She is not begging, and she will never do such things here. She wants a 50 paise coin. She says she will take you to the horseshoe shrine. The temple. Shrine means the temple here. Horseshoe means the name of the temple here. We have seen it already. She hobbles along anyway and tightens her grip on your shirt. Yes. See, for example, you have seen it already. See that maybe your visit, maybe the second one, third one, or fourth time that you might have visited the place. But she have nothing to do with that. Whatever number of times that you are going there or visiting the place, but the time you go there, she will take you and show and explain about the temple here. That is her duty. You have seen it already. She hobbles along anyway. She never leave you. She will run. She will jump and run and catch hold of you. She won't leave you. Even if you say, see, I have already knew the temple. I know you yourself have been explained to me about the temple. It's not necessary for me this time. No, she will never listen. And tightens her grip on your shirt. If you try to escape from her, thinking that you have already seen and knew about that place, she will never leave you to escape there. She will, tightens her grip on your shirt. She will, hold your shirt very tightly, and there should not be any chance of escaping for her hold of your shirt. Such is the attitude of old woman. Then, do you feel any strange thing about the woman's act here in this stanza, third stanza? That even if the people visiting there never wants her help, she is forcing them, and it is an unnecessary compulsion on the visitor as such. Yes? No. Because the situation in that place is quite rare, quite difficult one for the woman to lead her life here. The place has very meager, a less number of visitors to it. So, because it is not a celebrated, historically famous temple there, only few people used to visit to perform their prayers to the God here. It is not a big tourist spot as such. So, the number of people visiting this temple are lesser. So, to collect 50 paise from these less number of people, it is difficult to lead her life. So, how can the woman here lead her life with those less number of visitors to the temple here? So that is what her problem, and that is why she is not ready to leave anyone visiting that particular temple. Did you get it? That is the reason. Don't think that she is old and aged and that is why she is arrogant, behaves in a rude manner, hurting the people whoever visits the temple. No, not at all. And because she has to perform her work, she has to do work and get the money here for her work of guiding here. So dear students, you should read slowly and don't decide the character earlier before reading the next lines or next stanza here. If you stop it here, and you may feel very bad about the old woman here, and if you think with the patience, I think you will understand the real character or the situation of this good old lady here, or old woman. She never asks them free, and she never asks them more. Only 50 paise coin here. She never asks 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 20, 30, 50, hundreds. No. She asks only 50 paise here. Even if you go or give her 1 rupee, I think she is not going to take. Only 50 paise she wants. She is not ready to take this because she is loyal. She is just. Because she is old and aged, and old and aged people never be betraying anybody, or they never want to depend on others' money or care as such. So that is why she is leading her own life by earning herself for her daily livelihood as such. To live, she has to perform this job or work of guide here. Without that, she has nothing to do there in that lonely place. So that is why she is carrying out or doing in order to live. So she is working hard here. So can you expect in reality, if any rich person, if he becomes older age, can you find the situation as you find it here? I don't. But that doesn't mean that the poem says she is, the old woman is self-respectful and she is earning her own livelihood and everybody has to do the same thing. No. The poet never wants to say this. The poet's idea of writing this poem is not at all that one. The poet's idea is a different one, where every individual or young and youth population should have a positive or a soft or a kind corner for such people who are aged or old. Always you should extend your helping hand to such people, is what Arun Kolatkar wants to our readers as well as the young world, the youthful generation or population as such. So he wanted to look at them with a patiently, with a kind and wholeheartedly, lovingly, affectionately, and help them as much they want. So, because he has seen the people who disagree with paying 50 paise har, and they say that I have already seen, no need of you to help me to show the temple, I know that. No, you need not say that. Why? Because it is her life. It is the matter of her life here. So, Kolatkar tells us, don't spare such people, try to account them and help them as much as possible. Whatever they wish or desire, try to do it. They never expect more from you. These unknown, old aged people never expect, and they never want to or even try to give pain to anybody, even their children or grandchildren. No. They will hide their difficulties, problems, and try to behave, they are quite happy and healthy. So that is what their intention and character always, isn't it? Yes, overall we have the qualities of oldies or old people as that. They never like to disturb anybody, to give pain anybody, to give extra work, anybody here. So that is why the young population like us, the children, the young youths must have a kind-heartedness towards these kind of people and try to help them if they are in a bad, difficult situations. So this is the message that Arun Kolatkar would like to give in this poem, through this poem here. So that is why, my dear students, here I want all of you people have such kind of soft and kind-heartedness towards the people who are suffering, who are in really grief with. Don't give, or your support or help to those people who are healthy and strong and young and coming to you in begging money as such or other comforts. Try to advise them and try to help them to find some job for them and try to send them to a place where they can be trained to lead their life. But don't give the money to such people, very small kids or young people, as such. So it is a crime. It is a very bad notion to the nation here. So that is why try to understand these things and cultivate such things in your life. So it will be an added advantage or a happiness or a comfort for your future life. Don't be alone thinking that you are extraordinary and you are the only one who are different from this world or population of people as such. You should always treat or understand and feel yourself that you are among the people. You are one among them as such. So because life is very short as of today is concerned. So try to do and discover such things and try to read such moral articles, stories. Whenever you get a chance, they will really elaborate, they will really, elevate your understanding level, your knowledge, and they will, certainly, surely they will help you to achieve bigger things in your life as such. So these are some of the hidden themes and values that Mulatkar is trying to say or inculcate in the minds of the readers as well as the people who have listened to things like this. So only 50%. Next stanza. She won't let you go. She won't let you go. You know how old women are. They stick to you like a bird. Yes, it's very bad. If you compare them to a bird, if you insult them, I think this is the biggest mistake, committed by you. Why? Because she is aged, because she is alone, she has nobody in her life, and she is counting her days. The last days of her life were awaiting for her to receive. But even then she never lost her hope of living here. She has the courage, self-respect within her that I can live till my death comes. She is not a lady or a woman to commit suicide here thinking that there is nobody to take care of her. And nothing is there to worry about. No. So she is waiting for her last days of life. That is what the truth here. That is what the reality here. She won't let you go even if you try to escape from her grab or hold. She won't leave you. She won't let you go there from there. You know how old women are. Usually very strong, and if they decide what they want, means they have to get it. And here, because there are less number of visitors to that place, and it is not possible for her to, earn that day's livelihood or food for her living. So that's why she is performing such duty. You know how old women are. They stick to you like a bird. But something which is grown in the thorns, as if you pluck it from that grass-like thing, and if you throw it to somebody, on somebody, it will stuck. If it is a shirt, think that if I throw that if anybody throws that on me, so it will stuck like this, like a gum, but not a gum. So it will have a very small, thin, thorny, like a bushy, like a thing, which will stuck to us. So it will be like in the form of the maize, like that. So we used to play with that burr and all. Usually ಹೊಲಗಳು ಈ ಬೇಲಿ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹುಲ್ಲಿನ ಟೈಪಿಗೆ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸಜ್ಜೆ ತೆನೆಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಥರ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಥ್ರೋ ಇಟ್ ಆನ್ ಸಂಬಡಿ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಕ್ ಟು ದೆಮ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಅ burr is. So they stick to you like a bird. See the comparison he makes here. The old woman is compared to a bird here. I don't think it is fair to use this word for this woman here. So I think we will be continuing in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye. Thank you, Ananda.